morning. Today brings us to the neighbourhood of Maybank, and this is the walk I did around it. I'm starting out here on the corner of Pembina and McGilvery, and you know, you'll be forgiven for pronouncing it Pembina and McGillivray based on how they are spelt, but I know some of my viewers like me to pronounce things correctly, so it's Pembina and McGilvery, and I shouldn't really complain. I mean, you know, you look at British places, my hometown is spelt differently than it's pronounced, Derby. So here we go, let's get cracking and see what Maybank has to offer. What we'll do first is we'll walk down McGilvery to the southwest transitway, and there's a nice little path to follow there, and we'll loop all the way round and head back to Pembina. So let's see what's at the end of here at the transitway. Now the, I guess, decoration on the side of this overpass is actually public art, and it's called Furrows on the Land, the Field, and it's by Jeanette Johns. So it's actually two-dimensional rusty metal, but I like the forced perspective it gives you of, I don't know, it either looks like struts supporting the bridge, but I think it's probably just supposed to be field furrows going off into the distance. But there you go, not bad, kind of like that. Okay, here we are on the somewhat quiet southwest transitway, which is our bus rapid transit network, dedicated lanes for buses. Not much happening today, but on the right hand side across the street there is Chevrier, the neighbourhood of Chevrier, which is the place where I had my first job when I came to Canada. I do have a video, it's not a very popular one, but if you want to check that out, I'll put a link in the description. Chevrier on that side, Maybank on this. Back on Clarence Avenue now, and I would have walked down here every day going to work from Pembina, where the bus dropped me off, all the way to New Holland, as it was back then. Blimey, 28 years ago, something like that. My goodness. Okay, behind me now is the home of Bounce 99 FM, and that is the local radio station that I actually listen to on my way to work and coming home from work. So this is where it all happens. I listen to Bo in the morning, and if any of you watching remember Bo, Tom and Fraser back from Q94, or Bo, Tom and Des, God, even worse, well that's the same Bo. And then on the way home, Chris J, I think his name is, some bloke anyway. But I used to listen to like iTunes, but that got expensive, and you know, Bounce 99 is free, so that's why I choose it. Neat to know that it's round here. Remarkably, in this neighbourhood along Pemina here, there are 14 cafes, restaurants, Thai, Indian, Korean, Vietnamese. So why did I pick Stella's? Well, it's a little bit mainstream, but it had that rooftop patio, and I cannot resist a rooftop patio. And it was one of the few places that serves alcohol at this time of day, so that's why I went there. But to get some food, I'm gonna go here. Can't resist a bang me. I keep going to these Vietnamese sandwich places thinking that's not going to be as good as the last one I went to, but my goodness was that good. Alright, so that mall behind me, I don't know whether any of you remember, but there used to be a pizza place called Mr. Bones Pizza. It used to be one of my favourites, and I think it was in that little strip mall there. The box art was, I'll see if I can find it. It was like a New Orleans skeleton kind of ripping out the box. I used to love them. All the little toppings were always small. Yeah, it's not there anymore, but that, I think, was there. I've only ever curled once, and that's a very Canadian sport. And it was in there, some kind of work do that we had. I was rubbish at it, like I am with all sports, but there you go. All right, so Maybank. Not bad for a neighbourhood named after a boring politician. So there we go, Maybank. Thank you for your hospitality.